of y'all. Y'all not gonna get a sleep because of me.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're here to discuss the latest episode of Insecure highlight. Did I say that right? This was, I mean, I'm jumping all over the place. Clearly y'all see Dwayne's here today.
I'm back. I had to come back for this one.
Yeah, this was my favorite episode of the season.
It was probably the best one. The most action going on. Definitely
the most action. Because, like, you know, I've been enjoying the season, but I guess I didn't realize how slow things were moving until this episode. You did, actually.
I was dragging along.
For me, it wasn't. I like the, you know, I keep saying foundation building, but I like setting up those pieces. But I didn't expect so much to happen in one episode. But yeah, I guess we could get into it. Yeah. So much from the start, it was a lot. Like, okay, so Issa was doing the Lyft driving. You know, she's a Lyft driver and she just quit. We got y'all. So she's doing a lot more Lyft driving and during the day. So she's picking up different types of clients now, and you see her with like the old woman and the lesbian couple, and then our favorite, I screamed, the blood neighbor.
The blood neighbor.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought this part was gonna be longer though, but it was still kind of cool.
I'm like, I hope we see him again because I just miss him so much. He needs to move. Maybe they like linked up and she could be like, hey, we got some open spots at my new apartment that I'm chilling at. I don't know. I just want him to be in there. But he was like, take me to Brenshaw Mall or whatever. I died. So this episode was crazy. What were like some of your craziest or favorite parts of the episode?
Them doing the Molly from strangers. Who tries a drug for the first time at 30 from people they don't know?
I'm like, who tries a drug for the first time at any age?
And even bigger than that, who misses a Beyonce concert for anything?
Exactly, that was ridiculous. That was so, you know, I would hurt somebody. One, I didn't get, that's one moment I'm a ride or die, but not for no Beyonce. Y'all got escorted out the concert. Jennifer would still be up in that concert.
For some people y'all don't know. I mean, it looked like they had fun though. But
at what extent you missed in this Beyonce Coachella? You know how mad I would be. Think about this Beyonce Coachella that you just watched on your live stream. We had to deal with all that craziness of the festival and all this stuff. We get to this moment and this girl starts a fight and you think I'm about to leave the festival because you got in a fight? I may help and I may do like Tiffany was doing and throw some water or something. But my behind is watching Beyonce. I'm not missing Beyonce, and I don't think I would blame any of my friends for allowing me to be escorted out as long as they hand me keys or something like that. If I wanted to start a fight, I would feel horrible if I made people miss Beyonce. Kelly didn't even seem like she cared. She was mad at other people. I'm like, ma'am. Oh, but also the Molly, I was like, I can't believe they accepted Molly. One, I'm embarrassed to admit, I didn't know what Molly was. I hear Molly all the time, but I really never knew what drug Molly was. So I had asked Dwayne, I was like, oh, so they like literally accepted Molly from a stranger? I wouldn't even accept Molly from a friend.
At 30 something years old.
Yeah, maybe if I was in college from a friend, someone I knew, maybe. Like, you know, but like a stranger, even in college, no, I would have never done that. That's crazy.
I can understand Issa doing that. She don't got nothing going on with her life, but
you really need to stop this, Issa. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I was actually low-key the most shocked with Molly. Because I was like, Molly, what? You're a lawyer and you had a crazy...
But using coke and all types of stuff all the time.
You're right. So you're right. I don't know. I was just...
Kelly's already kind of does the drug thing a little bit.
Yeah. Kelly, it made sense. Kelly was the only one it made sense for me. But, because it was consistent. But yeah, and also I thought was funny, since we're on the party talk, was the fact that this is such a female thing for you guys to end up at a party and then you realize once you get there that the reason we're at this party is because... I've seen that
happen a lot.
Yeah, I've been a part of it where it's happening. It's like, why are we here? I thought you said this was gonna be lit. And then 2 seconds later, you realize why we're here and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Luckily, this one kind of seemed fun, I mean, like a black pool party. Yeah. The Ferris wheel one, that was not like a favorite, but it was the craziest scene to me. So on the Ferris wheel, One, I thought it was pretty cool that Nathan got on it and you're scared of heights. Like, I didn't know he was scared of heights.
Where did you hear all this stuff? I must not have been paying attention. You know all the little details.
Yeah, he was like, because he's afraid of being on there. And then, of course, the ride gets stuck. Did you know it was going to get stuck?
I must not have been paying attention during that time, but I figured something was going to happen on the Ferris wheel, yes.
Yeah, I knew it was going to get stuck or whatever. So then, you know, him and Issa, they're high and all that other stuff, and they're talking, and I forget what it is, but he was just like, oh, you're so amazing. And then Issa's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, whoa, does Issa have low self-esteem? Do you think she has low self-esteem?
It seemed like she got the appropriate level of self-esteem. That is a correct assessment.
Oh my God.
That's a correct assessment.
I don't think she's horrible. Everybody should think they're amazing to some extent, but it was interesting because he was like, what, why? And the reason why she thinks she's not amazing is because she quit her job, which I think that's a little weird. That's why she thought she wasn't amazing.
People quit their job a lot, but I mean, I don't think, you know, in the real world, I don't think you should quit your job without having another job.
Yeah, well, she has two. Like she has, she doing Lyft. She already has her rent subsidized, and she's getting paid for being.
And another thing I don't like about that is people making it seem like she quit the job because she was passed over and because she.
People were saying that.
Yeah, and because she, you know, had been there for so long and nothing was progressing when she wasn't showing any effort in doing really anything or anything. And didn't know anything that was going on.
My whole thing, she didn't deserve necessarily a promotion. She doesn't even like the job. Yeah. I'm thinking she quit because she doesn't like the job.
I think that's what the show made it seem like. Look, people make it seem like, yeah, you should have quit that job.
No, she should have quit that job because she doesn't like what she's doing. You know my philosophy.
But it's different. Yeah, but it's different kind of circumstances. So you just barely get into a new apartment. And then you quit your job.
Oh, well, no. Like, you know all the scenarios I've been in where I've quit jobs. You always wait till you have something else lined up that can supplement your income.
Yeah, she has some stuff lined up, so
yeah.
I guess that's...
But I wouldn't just cold turkey just be like, one day, I ain't feeling it and I quit. But I know people who have done that and it works out for them.
Yeah, not saying that it won't work out for her, but history says that.
Yeah, it's just not really that wise. Yeah, unless she has a security blanket. But I'm thinking she knows at the end of the day maybe she could move back in with her parents. This is me.
Or Daniel.
Or somebody.
Or Nathan.
Or Nathan. Nathan do seem like he kind of all in. That was something interesting because
if Nathan has a place, because we don't really know much about him yet.
Yeah.
Neither does Issa.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm gonna get back to Nathan, but also let me just finish on the Ferris wheel. The fact that they had sex on that Ferris wheel, I thought that was a really cool scene. Like, oh, that was a really hot scene. But I couldn't even think it was a hot scene because I'm like, are you really having sex with this stranger with no condom on this Ferris wheel? Are you crazy? What the hell? Was that not shocking?
It's consistent.
Were people talking about, I was on social media, were people talking about that?
Well, first of all, the condom issue came up in last season.
Oh yeah, because
so people
Lawrence and his orgy. Ugh.
No, not because of that.
Yeah, because Lawrence and his orgy.
That wasn't why.
That should have been why. That was one of the most disgusting scenes. You meet these two random girls and you're just pick them up from the grocery store and had sex with them. What the hell? That was one of the most ridiculous. You really know nothing about those girls.
I think he might have had condoms in that. But anyway, that's not the topic the time it came up.
He had that girl's face all up in his mouth. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so they're not really talking about it.
Huh? No, they talked about the scene, but they talked about how the condom thing is overplayed on Insecure as opposed to other shows.
Yeah, people aren't really having sex in Ferris wheels though. At a festival, I just have to assume you didn't carry a condom on you. Maybe you did. Maybe they knew.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the assessment. I'm just saying what other people are saying.
I'm just like, wow. I kept the rest of the episode after that scene, I kept being like, I know the morning after pill doesn't help with STDs, but I was like, girl, do what you can. I thought when she was going to the 7-Eleven with Tiffany, I thought she was going for a plan B. Remember I kept yelling, get the plan B, you still got time. Oh my gosh, she got sidetracked. She went to her friend's house, went back to the house without getting the plan B. I'm over here counting the hours for her. Like, what is the window of opportunity for this girl? I was mortified a little bit by that scene, which is very interesting.
I mean, I think it's cool in a world with no consequences.
Yeah, so. In that world, that would be so cool. And it was like, okay, I like Daniel. Not Daniel. Ugh, I don't like Daniel. But I do like Nathan. He seems super supportive. I like their little chemistry, their vibe. And he seems real chill. He doesn't seem like, I don't know, he's not doing too much and he hasn't said anything negative so far. Besides, I guess, he got into a fight when you first met him. But even then, it was kind of protection. So he hasn't done anything for me to not like him. So to me, he's like choice number one out of all this situation. Also, was he sucking her titty for real?
Jen, how could I know that?
I'm like, these sex scenes are like softcore porn, no? It's like amazing to me as to how they can make it that realistic without it being real. Like, but anyways, okay. So after this whole scene on the Ferris wheel, of course the Ferris wheel starts moving again and Issa has service, and then that's when they hit her with the Kelly situation. So Kelly in that fight, that to me was crazy. That's what you think would happen at a festival sometimes because you get so mad at people, but no one would, well, maybe someone would really do that, but I've had it where a situation where people block your peripheral view. You may need throw a little shade, you may do a little something, but yank them down? That's crazy. Kelly is crazy.
Yeah.
No, I was saying, would you, if somebody in your party was escorted out of an event, would you leave with that party if it was for Beyonce?
Probably.
Wow, so I'm a terrible person where I would.
I think people who came with you would already understand that if they came with you.
Oh my God.
No, not that you're a terrible person, that you were going to stay. So they probably wouldn't get involved in anything, or they would understand, like they wouldn't be mad at you if you stayed.
Okay. Kelly getting tased to me was hilarious. I know that's not something that should be hilarious, but when she rolled over and you saw the urine.
Ew.
That to me was so funny. And she was like, what was it? Don't remember me like this. What'd she say?
I don't know.
Remember me different.
I was asleep when this was happening, man. I'm starting to fade. All the memories starting to fade of what happened in the episode.
That's what happens when you record the day later. But yeah, she was like, remember me different. I don't know. It just made me laugh. So anyways, we're going in all these circles. The next day, everybody's having their high hangover and their whole, they can laugh about it now, but whatchamacallit needs water. So this scene, when Issa says, okay, I'll get the water for you want me to go, when I thought she was going to get plan B, but she wasn't. Anyways, in the car, I felt for Tiffany when Tiffany was like trying to open up and tell Issa, hey, like, you know, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I felt last night some kind of way, and I've been feeling like it throughout my pregnancy. I really pushed myself to party with y'all, and I feel like, you know, y'all been leaving me out. And I guess she's saying like she got so desperate that she even had a little bit of weed brownie to try to party with them and stuff when she was pregnant. That was a little ridiculous of her, but desperate times, I guess. Anyways, and Issa's like, girl, what did she tell her? She was like, it's okay. Like something she tells her, like, it's okay. Sometimes things change or whatever, but we'll always be friends. It was almost like when you break up with somebody, you're like, but we always gonna be cool. Like we always gonna care about each other. I was like, Issa, this girl's breaking down. If one of my friends told me this, I would feel horrible. I'd be like, I am so sorry. You know, when we had that group chat and all that stuff without you, that wasn't right of us to box you out. I feel like this is where apology comes into play to say, we haven't been as supportive of you, or at least I haven't.
Man, she's not trying to be responsible. That's what responsiboring is one of the most important words from this whole show because it describes everything about Issa. That's one thing you took. Responsiboring is the totally opposite. Issa's irresponsible and fun. That's all she about. She don't want to deal with nobody who's responsiboring, which is what I am, as you can see from my critique of Issa. But
and when am I? I'm responsive fun.
Okay.
Why am I so lame? I got so excited about that. Responsive fun. Yeah, I'm like, you could be responsible and fun. Issa, everybody don't gotta be reckless to have fun. What type of logic is that? I just think that's ridiculous. But on top of that, it's like your friends opening up. Did you take that as she said the right things or really understood where Tiffany was coming from, or am I reading into that?
Well, she doesn't care where Tiffany is. She's not a considerate person, and she's selfish in every circumstance. So no, she didn't hear where she was coming from. She wasn't thinking nothing about that. She was thinking about, finally, we get to have fun without worrying about the baby, which is what she has indicated in every conversation where the baby comes up.
You're so right. How could someone be that heartless?
She's not heartless. She's selfish.
No, that to me is heartless. Like, who, if you care about somebody, how do you...
And really, that was her second attempt to get rid of the baby, because the first one was she was trying to give her fetal alcohol syndrome. Man, who knows what was in that drink either.
Oh my God.
Met up with Nathan, got Molly, and dropped it in there before she even went to the pool party.
No, she did not. Okay, so anyways, we get to the gas station, and this is the pivotal moment for me, the moment where I was like, I can't take this. So at first, when she sees Chad, she's in there and we see Chad, which I was happy to see.
I already knew some fuckery was afoot when he was in there.
Oh my gosh, that's so vulgar. But oh my gosh, did you? I don't know if my brain processed it. I was so happy to see him. I was like, oh my gosh, of all the people you could see him. And I'm like, oh, this is a reunion episode. I guess I was just thinking, wow, people are kind of popping up out of nowhere. That's kind of cool. I didn't want the next Negro we saw to pop up, though. And Chad over there sipping on his sippy cup. Oh, my God. When he said, look who it is. And then we see Lawrence. What? I was like, what in the world? I think I screamed, no.
I know, because he looked sick.
He didn't look sick.
He looked a little thin. He looked like my son.
Oh, I thought that was good. I thought that was showing like, oh, he's been working out, taking care of himself. He looked better to me. Stereotype. Also like how people, when you're about to get into something new, that's when everybody want to pop up out the blue. And it's like she's having a good time with Nathan. Things are going good. And then here pops up freaking Lawrence. I'm like, no, we don't need this drama. I was over you. We? Oh, we as the viewers. I was like,
drama. That's what the whole show is about.
You're right. But if this was real life, I'd be like, girl, no. You had your closure last season. Y'all had...
Oh, you know what would be crazy?
What?
If next episode, he's engaged.
He would not be engaged that fast.
I'm saying that would be crazy.
That would actually be accurate, though, because people do get engaged after, like, I've heard that happen several times, like, right after someone breaks up a few months later. Like, they've been waiting with that person for years, and then that person wouldn't commit, and then a few months later after they're dating somebody else, they propose. I've seen that. But no, I think what's gonna happen, okay, predictions. This is probably too much, and they wouldn't do this for Insecure, but I think because of that unprotected sex that I'm harping on, that probably the writers care nothing about, she may end up pregnant for whatchamacallit, for Nathan, and have to have an abortion or something.
Oh yeah,
that
seems feasible.
What's your predictions?
Maybe he can help her get a job, or
he never could help anybody get no job. He ain't never encouraged her in her career at all. He never was worried about that. They were basically, he's the male version of Issa. Like, no. Oh my God, I think they're horrible for each other. They're gonna repeat the last 5 years and stay in the same 5-year place that they were in before if they get back together. Like, I just don't see no progression. Those two are not compatible to me at all. Oh my God, I hope this isn't the case.
Around that. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. What would you rate this episode out of 10?
Probably like a 9 out of 10.
I gave it 10 out of 10. There's not anything I would have changed.
Yeah.
It had all the excitement, all the stuff. I'm ready for the season to kind of like conclude. Even though I don't want it to end, I want to figure out how the stuff plays out, even though you know they're going to leave us on hook. And it has got renewed for another season, so. But okay, let me know your thoughts and what are your predictions. Were you guys happy to see Lawrence, or were you like me where you were like, no, this can't be happening?
Am I too harsh on Issa?
Are you too harsh on Issa? I'm actually coming over to your side.
I just do it for fun though.
I'm actually starting to feel that way. After that Tiffany, the baby stuff, I don't play that. Like, I'm starting to really like be annoyed. I still like her fashion and her cuteness, but that's about it. Anyways, until the next one, love and light and deuces.